Hello, good morning. I'm in a box. This is Cypress Golden Bronze, and I'm better known as Queen Cypress. I looked at News Now. Boy, lots of info. Those of you that don't take our time and watch News Now, especially African Americans, because we don't have that much stuff, because I'm not going to look at the rest of that world news and stuff like that. I don't watch that. Yeah, it's mind-boggling things. And when you talk about ISIS, now I hear that ISIS is from the America, that they're going to be training terrorists, and so stuff like that. I don't want to even. Why would I listen to that when there's children being shot in their back 16 times in their back? Did you hear me? And no one goes to jail for it. There's no justice, and it's happening quite often. They need to get rid of that governor. Don't give up on that. Get his job and put him out so he can go somewhere else and try that mess that he's doing, that he did. He knew about Detroit, Flint, Michigan. They need to get rid of the governor. That's serious. They need to replace Scalia right away. Obama, President Obama. Now take my word for it. Watch his move on that. That's going to tell the whole story, because it's not that hard. And Roland Martin really tells it like it is on News Now. He said a black woman. Put a black woman in there. He's very adamant, and I know when someone that speaks to help people, when they have that kind of passion behind what they're, listen to them, because it's a spiritual message. It really is. If he does not do that and doesn't pick anybody, and they have to go after he leaves, we're in trouble. America. And you might have Trump as the president. God. I'm saying you because I'm thinking to myself, my job is done here in America. It is. There's nothing that I would really want to do here. I just want to go to another country and walk around. And you can't, because all the countries are fighting. Even in Africa. You know, I would have to have tons of money to live really good in Ghana. I was watching some of the films yesterday, and they got some bad homes in Africa. You know, they show you all the droughts and all of that kind of stuff, but honey, Africa got it going on. I'm telling you, they got very wealthy black people there. But they're a lot of them I see are very non-caring for the poor. So they take money from them and eat each other. And everything they do and that cream that they use in Africa is got to go. But I'm disappointed already. My disappointment is already there, because I always thought that Africa was proud of who they were. How proud can you be when you're bleaching your skin? What message is that sending to the little kids? Not good. So Roland Martin, I am so crazy about that show because that's all we have, and he's bad. I think Roland Martin is bad. I think he comes out and he says things that Melissa Perry or somebody like that wouldn't. Melissa she does a good round table, but her network person was purposely putting shows on her that she should have been talking about something that happened last night, like a boy got shot down. You know, we don't need to hear about ISIS, because ISIS is America. That's what somebody told me that. I heard it. I don't know that as a fact, but I heard it. And I said, I knew it. I know not to listen to them about being angry about another country, Syria, and all that stuff. Please. Liberia, where were geniuses when it came to economy. I'm going to be studying a little bit about that. Other countries, but they're just messed up as well. Countries are messed up. So we're going to have to deal with what America is about to go through. Money. No value in money. Can you imagine what these rich people that have killed and did everything to get, cheated, lied? It's going to be very at a low level in a pretty soon, because America is in debt, trillions of dollars. That's what they tell us. But yet and still they take money and do real crazy stuff that is not important to keep people alive. And then they complain about the immigrants, where they destroyed their countries. America did. And owes these people, actually, and owes these little children that are running over here. They owe that to them. And then, above all, and I said the next blog I do, I am going to mention the Indian. It's like we hear about us black because they're destroying us and they're killing us. And like Minister Farrakhan did the numbers, and when he did the numbers, there's a lot of people that they want to get rid of. So cancer, I believe, is part of that. AIDS started out, but then somebody brought the medicine for that. We have Flint, Michigan, 2,700. Those kids are out of order forever. So learning disabilities, they're trying to take people out in masses. So then they're thinking about drones, which they might have to use, because people are, times are up for them. It's up. And whether they'll be able to use that drone is another thing. How many of their relatives are they going to blow up? So rolling my end. I love that show today. El DeBarge was on the show. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. People like that are a sign of strength. People look down, oh, he's do drugs, and how people, the perfect ones, the perfect people, right? And then they go home and their husband knocks their butts down on their butts, and you'll never know it. I saw a movie like that. Married couples, you don't know what the heck those people are going through, or if it's not, happening. Things are not always the way they look like, or they seem to be. I am greatly hated. I'm hated on Twitter. I'm hated although I get tweets from young people. I'm really shocked. But I'm really shocked because, young people are going in a total different direction than most of those old people. Older people still marching in Selma, and leaders, and the leader has to be a preacher and stuff like that. That's just a mess. Let the young people go. Let them go, because the old people are trying to keep it there, but it's not gonna stay. They have to, because it's their responsibility. This is their time. But he wants to do a duet with Rihanna. He would pick Rihanna. And I know that he was thinking about Janet Jackson when he asked him who would he want to do a duet with. And I'm surprised too, because I'm going to tell you greatly, Rihanna is something that was built in your minds. Because I have always wondered, how did she make it? A voice is Beyonce. But Rihanna, not all that fantastic of a singer. I don't understand that great love for Rihanna. I'm not a Rihanna fan, not at all. I don't hear it. I don't see it. I never see her. She's never out. My prediction was she won't last that long. That's what I used to say. But he chose her. And he didn't say Janet Jackson. So, and then Roland Martin, they were playing one of his songs and Roland was dancing. I was like, oh, Roland could jam. he was jamming. God, he could jam. But he's an alpha. I used to hang around the frats all the time in school. And my boyfriend was a Kappa. Yeah. So that was good. Trump beat him out again. I mean, he may be president, but like I say, I'm dying for somebody that can speak out. I don't want no more Obamas and nothing. If I date somebody and they do that, I'm just gonna just leave. I'm not saying goodbye. That means I don't want to see you no more. Don't call me. No, nothing. Okay? Because this is how I feel. I don't want to go into my personal business, but you know, trying to keep it together. And I'm a woman of talk. You know, I'm a lion. You know, I would just say whatever I want to say. And I love the fact that social media exists. But Trump, I love his outwardness. It's like I forget what he done said. But I'll be like, oh God. And if he was having to replace Scalia, I bet you have it done. I put money on it. He wouldn't have no problem, but he got money. He has money that he could really spend on anything that he wants to do. And I really don't think Trump wants to be the president. I think he's playing out how long he can drag people along. Rubio, they're not going to. Yeah, he needs to go. They made, that's not going to happen. And then again, what you say not going to happen may happen. Nothing surprises me with government anymore. I've lost respect. There's no respect. I used to have respect for the government. I don't anymore. I really don't. So I really don't. You know, whatever happens, you have to survive through it anyway. Whoever they have for president or Scalia's, they're going to get another Scalia in there. Because this man is sitting on what he should be doing. He's just sitting. He's taking his time. He's dragging out. In a month. Because actually, they have to put somebody in that position. And they can't refuse. If they refuse, then there has to be repercussions. Because that is saying no to the Constitution that your forefathers, shit, I don't know what forefathers are. They're not my forefathers. I don't know nothing about that. But it's sad that he's like that, and he's going to drag. And then the thing about it is, you know what black people are going to do? Hold up a banner for him. He could be Hitler and black and do what Hitler did, and people would still find a reason to respect Obama. That's just how we are, black people. Instead of doing it right and asking people to respect you and do it right, you prefer to look at them like the little lady danced with them yesterday. And I understood her reason. You know, did you see she has a cane and you could look at her? She's 106 years old. That woman has seen things that I would love to sit down and talk to her. And so to see a black man in the White House, see, that's as far as her sight could see. Not that it's good, but that's as far as she could see, was the White House and the black man in it. But now it's time for the younger people like myself, younger than her, to want more than just seeing a black person in a White House. We want it more. And the younger people didn't even see it happen, because they said, that wasn't right. But she would never see it like that. That older woman, never. Because all her life, she probably had to clean a house or something. She looked out and said, ooh, I can't wait to see the first black president. And that's how they had a little girl crying. Her parents have done that. Crying about Obama. But Obama did nothing for her. And he did nothing for that old woman. Nothing. That they didn't tell him to do. And this is going to prove how much of a pawn he is with Scalia's replacement. I know what he's going to do. What he's been doing for the past 6 years. I know what he's been doing. But see, I want more than just a black president in the White House. I wanted the black president to have character, about him, because he is black. He was in Hawaii, but in Hawaii they treated him black because he looked black. That's everywhere. When has that changed? He knows what black is. But the character that he is portrayed, and it's like he was biased a little bit. His actions. Well, I know you don't like the verdict, but it's the law. Really? People? Did you miss that? I'm posting it again today. Although I looked at my scores and said there's not a lot of people that look at it. And that's okay, because I'm going to keep doing it. There are some people listen, but they're mad. They're that out of order about Obama. I have a relative that's very close, and I don't think me and her are going to get it together. You are not going to make me like or respect Obama. You're not going to do it. No one is. I'm so mad that I couldn't stand in his face at the White House and tell him to his face, like he would care. Those people behind him, the people that we're looking at going ooh, 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 and all of this, are the people that are telling him what to do. I don't think Obama is, and that's where I'm talking about character. A person with strong character, Medgar Evers had character, Malcolm X had character, because you knew where they were coming from. This president, people are trying to guess, and with a person of good character and stature, you don't have to do that. It is what it is, but you got to guess with Obama. They're still guessing. Well, he was born, well, he is black, but he is not. He should have been strong enough leader to stand up, and people would have said, that's a black president. There's nothing wrong with being black. So, no. I have a relative that I really think we're done. And so be it. So everybody have a good day, and always remember that love is so important. Alicia Keys put something on my Twitter about, she doesn't really like me either, but she says something, put this in the steeple. That's how she started out. And she says she likes positive voice and positive everything coming out of that steeple. That's the only thing she wants. Positive pollution. Because that's what comes out of steeples. But I don't think you know that this is positive. And putting something on tape and video, it'll be on my archives forever. I can go back and look at them. Whatever. I thank social media, although they hate me too. Especially Twitter. I don't like Twitter. I don't do nothing on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I just don't do all that. And I'm going to tell you why. Are people running somewhere? They find different things. Kids, they're hiding from their parents. My little cousin, I messed in her business yesterday. I'm not going to do that anymore. Because young people don't want you to see their stuff. So they find other ways of doing it. And that's what it is. But getting back to saying goodbye right now. Everybody have a good day. I'm trying to think of, did I say everything? I talked about Trump and why I like Trump. Because I like 6 years we've been, look at this Scalia thing. Has he said two words? Yeah, he has said 2 words. That's it. This is serious. This could change a lot of things, but watch what he does. I put money on him. I'm so sick of this president, I don't know what to do. So, yes, we want, it's not boiling over into Trump because we don't like. And if Obama can be president, Trump can. I mean, he does, he's a smart man. He's a very smart man, but he's not a good leader. Because a good leader, we would know who he is. When he left, would be like the wind. But right now, I'm praying that he hurry up and get out. I don't care if he put he's not going to do it anyway. And that to me bothers me about society, my black community. It bothers me. There's too much love for somebody that did not do a darn thing for you. Because of America. You don't have to do that much to speak. Congress blocking him did not stop him from, after Trayvon Martin saying, I really would like to further investigate because of such and such, because I don't agree with what the jury has come up with. He could say that. I mean, they're telling him, we're not going to look at your choice for judge. He just didn't. He doesn't have a backbone, and Trump does. Now, the only thing Trump needs to get together is love for people, and I know he is because he's helped a lot of black people. This is just not the time to talk about it. He's helped a lot of people, more than I have. I can't help any black person help with their business and give them money for their business. A lot of people have attacked Trump. He's been rich for a long time. And he's got balls. I gave up on the black part. I totally would not. I will not trust you because you are black. It's not going to happen. Sad. Everybody have a nice day. I'm going to go this time. I do have some things to do today again. And I always think about some of the blogs that I do. And I got a message from Minister Farrakhan to never talk about people's private lives like I did with King and Rosa Parks. And I have to apologize for that on my blog. Although I really do think it, but it's not good to talk about people's private lives. You can say what you don't like about them, like what I do with Obama, but to talk about maybe there might have been something going on with them, because that woman did not do what you say she did. And you're still telling kids that. It's still in history books. That's the stuff that he put her in history. What was up with that? I question that. She had a husband, but what difference does that make? They do that today. Swing, and the people have the couples can't split up because that's just like the Kennedys splitting up. It's just you can't split up. So you go your separate ways, but you live in the same house. People do that all the time. Please, I ain't stupid. And a lot of them are Christians. You know, just because somebody's a Christian doesn't mean that they wouldn't do that, fall in love actually with someone else. And then she might have had somebody too. And the kids might know a little bit about it. I don't know. I am making up stuff. Don't talk about people's personal lives. That's not a good thing. And I agree, Minister Farrakhan. And I've learned something. And I apologize to the King family and all of that and to the black community for saying such ridiculous stuff. Okay, so gotta go. Be careful. Watch your back at all times. Watch your back. But then love, 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 love all day long. Smile, smile, smile. Give love. Receive love. But watch your back. Ashe.